And welcome back to 10th Man on the Bench podcast. I'm your host, Willis Love, and we are in season 2, New Year, New Me, episode 1. And I have my special guest in the building. Please introduce yourself.
Yo, what's good? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rome.
Yo, this slick Rick in the building, you know what I mean? Let's do this thing.
Yes, sir. We back on the call, and we got an interesting show today. But the first thing I want to start with for the show, is, fellas, Happy New Year, man. It's good to see y'all, man. Love y'all, man. And what you guys got planned for this year? What's some goals you got coming for this year?
Happy New Year's, man. Honestly, right now, I got a few things going on. Starting with getting back to Just Vibe. It's a very great podcast also too that we have. So look out for new stuff for that, and just more different ventures that I do want to step into now this year, and also just bringing in health and a wealthier mindset.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm glad to hear that though, for real, more than anything. As far as me, Happy New Year's to everybody out there, and to their families and everything. So, but, I got a few things up my sleeve this year coming up. I ain't gonna disclose it, but it's coming soon though. We
Yes,
going
sir. Yes, sir. Rick, we appreciate you. Rome, we appreciate you. Thank you guys for being on the podcast. Let's get to the first story, man. So, LeBron James, 40 years old, averaging 30. Let's give this man his flowers, man. Let's just get listen. LeBron James, if you ever watch this, I just want to let you know we appreciate everything you've done
For real.
yeah, man.
since high school, bro. You are we've never seen anything like a LeBron James, and you are just so great, and you just represent excellence, man. I just want to give you your flowers and happy belated birthday, man. For real, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And it's just like from top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? Not just as an athlete, but like as a man, you set the ball high, you know what I'm saying? Just knowing that like this could be accomplished, you know what I'm saying? And that you have done it at a professional level, at as a parental level, and just because it's like in basketball, it doesn't only have to apply to that. These standards and these things that you do can be really put forth in other avenues of life. So like definitely this is something like that's really great for you and your family and for people who watch, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm a consumer of, you know, LeBron and what he does on the court, you know what I'm saying? So like seeing that in real time and then also what he does outside the court is just kind of like inspiring, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure, like salutes to you, man.
Nah, yeah, definitely, man. Like LeBron James definitely came a long way. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of his at first, but to see the development stages, like especially the Miami era, man, that was
Crazy.
yo,
Woo.
Eric Spoelstra created a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I was
he
just gonna ask y'all, what's your favorite LeBron memory from his career so far? I was just about to ask y'all that.
Um I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of it was the Miami Heat era, don't get me wrong, but it was just how the return back to Cleveland LeBron
Mm-hmm.
was the
Different.
best version of LeBron. Because
Mm-hmm.
he when I say he was putting teams away himself, he was putting teams away. Like you physically stopped a team yourself. Like you stopped DeMar DeRozan in the East. And DeMar DeRozan was nice. And DeMar DeRozan even admitted it. He was like, yo, I couldn't get past him. And then I think what made the like put the icing on the cake was that one hand floater to seal him out for the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh damn. Like I was
He
like,
did that
yeah,
to a couple of people. He did that to D Rose. He did that to DeRozan. He did that to
yo,
the Celtics before they
yep,
even, you know what I'm saying?
Wizards,
PG. He
the
did
Wizards
Indiana, the
around the
Wizards.
three from the corner. Like, I mean, come on, bro. Like, you running out of bounds, turn around three, look around. Everybody looking at you too. Like, you a 6'8" train, and you just drain it. Like, oh, this is what you do? Yes, this is what he does. So yeah, LeBron. I mean, it's just so much. It's just so much to just say, think about, and put into order. Like he, yeah, remarkable.
My favorite moment for me from LBJ has to be the finals 2018-2019 season when he had 51 points and they lost because of J.R. Smith. And when I tell you he was cooking everybody, I'm talking about that team was stacked. KD, Curry, Clay, Dre, Eagle Dot stacked. LeBron was
Yeah, it was though.
unstoppable that game. Unstoppable. Like he was cooking. If they would
Mhm.
have won that game and still lost the series, that would have been one of LeBron James' greatest games ever. But because they lost and then it became about J.R. Smith, that 51 points get overshadowed, sadly. So that's my
Yeah.
favorite moment from him.
Gotta say, mine was the one on one versus Kobe Christmas game
Mm.
versus the Lakers. Yeah,
Mm. Great game. Um, LeBron and Kobe always had great battles. Even though LeBron got the best of those battles, like his team won most of those battles,
yeah,
it was always good to see. Like, cause if I felt like Kobe was kind of like letting
Going
him know,
away.
like I ain't passing the torch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh
you
yeah,
got to come
yeah.
take it. And LeBron was like, I'm gonna take it soon. I'm gonna take it. But
Yeah.
you know, Bean was incredible, man.
Facts.
Nah, real life, yo. Like,
And
But
then
for real,
he speaking of the Bulls, he stopped a young Jimmy Butler, and that brings me to my next topic, man. Jimmy Butler wants out of Miami. He doesn't care where he goes. He wants out. The Miami Heat have suspended him for 7 games because of his comments and a plethora of things. What do you guys think is the problem with Jimmy Butler in Miami?
honestly, my take on this is not so much of a problem with him in Miami. It's an in-house situation that I kind of feel is kind of like run its course, right? And what I mean by that is like, if you look at how things went from the past, which Pat Riley, when he presses a superstar player, it never really turns out good. He pressed LeBron. What happened? LeBron left. You know what I'm saying? He pressed Dwayne Wade. What happened? Dwayne Wade left. You know what I'm saying? Now he pressing Jimmy Butler in his issues. And this is not to point fingers at, Pat Riley because he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? He's a winner. He knows how to win. But I think in today's age in basketball, especially when from the exec side, when you know how to put the pieces together versus being on the court nowadays, it's
yeah,
different. It's a totally different game. So it's like, okay, even though Jimmy Butler did say things like, "Yeah, if I was there, they wouldn't have been here. This team wouldn't have been there." Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you know what? That's not appropriate to say because our team did lose because you were hurt, right? So that's a conversation to have behind closed doors and say, yo, listen, I understand what you're saying, but listen, if you say that, that could be detrimental to the team players that's on here trying to, get to a position like you are. You know what I'm saying? Like you got mind your comments, you know what I'm saying? But then to go out to the podium and be like, oh, if you're not on the floor, that you should shut your mouth. It's pretty much like when the lady told LeBron on national television to shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying? So I could get the disrespect from both sides of the field, but also
yeah,
too, like y'all gotta understand, like coming to a common ground, like like Dwayne Wade said, a
yeah,
divided house can never, win. So they got to figure out a way to truly bring back that, um, that connection. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like Jimmy Butler is Miami. Miami is Jimmy Butler. However you look at it, Jimmy Butler encapsulates the culture of Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying? You can see Jimmy Butler in his jersey and be like, "Yeah, you belong here." You know what I'm saying? Saying like anywhere else he played, he don't look right. So they need to. I feel like what him and Pat Riley need to do is have an open conversation because now like y'all out here both playing each other at this point. So like bring it to the forefront and just have the conversation. Like the team should have a team meeting together with the staff and the higher ups. But also too, like y'all gotta hold each other accountable for the things y'all are saying because now right now I just feel like it's not about basketball, it's about emotions. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Everybody just got to get out their feelings and really understand what the main goal is. You know what I'm saying? To get these players paid and also win these championships.
But I also
So,
agree with what you said earlier. I think it ran its course. I think so. I think
mm,
Miami is kind of moving into a new kind of heat culture type of thing. I think they're gonna look into rebuilding around Hero and through the draft because Jimmy Butler has,
He
don't
getting
get me wrong,
older.
he has not underachieved at all with Miami. He's got them to multiple Eastern Conference finals and to multiple finals. He just
mhm,
didn't have the help that he needed from the coaching staff and everybody in the back that's supposed to get him the players that he needs. So I think it ran its course. I do agree with that. I don't
yeah,
think this could be reconciled because he's already focused on playing somewhere else. Because he
yeah,
said himself he would rather play anywhere else but Miami. So
yeah. And I think, like, honestly, that probably just is a jab at the fact that, you know, if y'all, like he said with Minnesota, y'all need me here. You know what I'm saying? And I think honestly, what Jimmy Butler thing is, he's trying to get them to bend to him. You know what I'm saying? Versus he bending to them because again, he went to the finals. The he got to the finals off his back. You know what I'm saying? Like we seen what the hell's going on in the bubble. Then he got into the finals again during the regular season against a fully, crowded arena against a fully healthy team against Denver. So it's like, yo, like we know you're capable of
Yeah,
doing it. And, would Jimmy Butler be 37 next year, which is another thing, but still a no as he's getting older and health issues may be a thing. But you gotta understand something, bro. Like, right now is the time to get him in that play. Now, the only thing that I could say, like, if they did trade to get Jimmy Butler to go somewhere, they would have to get something that can replace that offense immediately, which would be a Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could get a De'Aaron Fox to replace Jimmy Butler, it will work. You know what I'm saying? But right now, they just gotta make something happen. I mean,
yeah, I heard they looking at Kaminga. I
yeah,
I
was
ain't
but
gonna
like,
front. I ain't gonna front. I feel
that's
like the move to the Knicks would be good for Jimmy Butler. To be honest,
but Pat
mm,
Riley's not gonna do nothing to put him somewhere to be able to win. You know what I'm saying? You put Jimmy Butler right now. So think about it like this: if Pat Riley's trying to win himself, and he has the capability of winning, because we're six in the East right now, and we
yeah,
have the capability to take it. He's not gonna move back. He's not gonna backtrack. Pat Riley's gonna go somewhere and get somebody that could give him some type of offense. So then that opens up a window for Bam and Tyler Hero to open up their offense even further. So like if Pat Riley was to trade Jimmy Butler, he would probably go and put him in Washington to
mm,
grab, Kuzma, because
mm-hmm,
Kuzma's a big wing. He could defend and he could score, and also he's a champion, so he won before. You know what I'm saying? Or you would go and you would grab DeRozan. You know what I'm saying? You would go and grab somebody that can put it on the floor and make it easier for other people to operate in these spaces. Because if you pair DeRozan with Tyler Hero, that works. Because now that mid-range open court area is wide open because everybody
mm-hmm.
in Miami is a shooter. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what is
what's that?
needed from Jimmy Butler. So like Jimmy Butler doesn't have to shoot the ball from the three. If he can eat from the mid range and around the rim, it's
Ain't
easy
good.
money for him. You
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Trade season is among us, so we'll see what happens. Speaking of another person, Russell Westbrook, man, total revival, man.
yeah.
He's been, I don't know what the Nuggets did or what they've done, but he's been unlocked. He's been playing great. They are 9-2 with him in the starting lineup. He's looking like back to triple dub Russ. How y'all feel about this, man?
I'm not gonna lie, I love this, and I said this. I said, yo, I said Russ just needs to go somewhere to where somebody's gonna just say, yo, go be you. That's it. We don't need you to do this. We don't need you to do that. Just go and be you. So seeing Russ be in the lineup to where he can stat pad and actually be himself, because that's what he does on the regular, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
now I really want everybody to throw those words away. Stat padding, throw those words, throw them away when it comes to talking about Russell Westbrook, because he is that. He is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? As a point guard, he, to me, one of the greatest point guards of all time.
Amazing player.
Yeah,
Rick,
I feel the
Rick. I
same
mean,
way.
come on, Rick. Chime in on this, man.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I feel like he ain't give enough credit. They ain't giving like Russ enough credit about the history of what he did to the game. He changed a lot throughout the course of his years being in the NBA, bro. Like, let's really talk about it, bro. Let's really talk about that OKC team, how it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That era. And you talking about prime Kobe, bro. Going come on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yep.
like,
Those early wars with OKC and the Lakers,
like,
with the young OKC and the Lakers was crazy. Those
Yeah.
games was
like,
crazy. Yep.
And you see, like,
that-
my thing is this, it's kind of crazy because if you really look at how Russ timeline was, he kind of revitalized himself twice. Like, this is third win. Because you think
Mm-hmm.
about it like this, he was crazy in OKC, right? Crazy. He got traded to the Wizards, but nobody was watching the Wizards, but he was crazy on the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? Number 4 West, he was crazy on the Wizards, but nobody saw it because who's watching a Wizards game? You know what I'm saying? Him and Bradley Bill together was insane. Went to the Rockets, he wasn't him. He went to the Lakers, he definitely wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? He found his way in Denver. There we go. He's
on.
Yeah,
back.
he back. Yeah, he
He's
back. He
back.
back. I'm loving him in Denver right now. But
Facts.
interesting enough, another player who was crazy, crazy before for at least 2 seasons is back in Brooklyn. D'Angelo Russell. He got traded back to the Brooklyn Nets. Um, you know, he is he has a history of being inconsistent. We get it. But when he was on the Nets, he was an all-star. So who won this trade?
I think Brooklyn.
I say Brooklyn too.
I
Mm.
think offensively Brooklyn won the trade, defensively Lakers won the trade, so it was a pretty even trade. Because again, Dorian Finney-Smith, don't get me wrong, he not a bucket getter. I mean, for what the league needs, because everybody can get a bucket. But they needed a defender because Jared Vanderbilt ain't come back yet, and he was one of the top defenders for the Lakers. So having Dorian Finney-Smith there while still being able to keep Jared Vanderbilt when he's healthy, them two on the floor together, that's clamps. They got J.R. Smith. I mean, well, yeah, because J.R. Smith was a good defender too, but they got their Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith back. So they just need them to be back there together. And oh yeah, the Lakers gonna be a problem now because they got some defense for them.
Wait, nah,
Oh,
you
I
just
think his
ended
thing
that.
cut off. I think his thing jumped out. But nah, I think honestly, Dorian Finney-Smith again, like I said, he's gonna be a problem for the Lakers now as a defender. You know what I'm saying? And then having Jared Vanderbilt also too, when he finally comes back off his injury, that's gonna make them both good. And then
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
Lakers, you know, the Lakers, I mean not the Lakers, the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, they're tanking this season. We're gonna keep it a buck. They're tanking this season, but whenever they get that draft pick that they need to play with D'Lo, Ben, and Cam, that'd be crazy. Or whatever draft pick trade, if they're gonna go that route, I don't know. But listen, that lineup is gonna be crazy. Okay, now for the Lakers, that lineup is even more insane because now they got 3 defensive anchors on their team with
And they've been winning since the trade.
exactly.
They've been
Yeah, they
winning.
have
LeBron's
though.
been averaging 30. They've been cooking. LeBron's back to the point forward thing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
everybody hates when LeBron playing that point forward position because he can't be stopped. No point
Mm-hmm.
guard stand in front of him because if you think about it now, you got these fast go point guards. You got LeBron at the point guard running with an AD at the 5. Come on, you can't stop that.
Yeah, that's crazy. 6'9", 6'9", a
And
two
then you
hundred and
got
forty
Dorian
pound
Finney
man. That's
Smith,
crazy.
right? You got Dorian Finney Smith right here at the 4. You got Dalton Connect at the 3. Then you put another shooter there at the 2. Like
Then you got Reeves. Woo.
Austin
Yeah,
Reeves at the 2, and he averaging triple doubles now out of nowhere. Come on, son.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Austin Reeves
that's
had 2 triple doubles
uncontrollable.
recently.
Well, Rick, who do you think won the trade in your eyes, man?
I'm gonna put it this way. If it's a personal thing, I'm gonna say D'Angelo Russell.
So the
Cause he,
Nets.
yeah, yeah, I feel like he just wasn't the perfect fit for the Lakers in this
Mm-hmm.
situation. So versus when Kobe was there, it was a big difference. You know what I'm saying? How LeBron is running the system now. So it's not the same. So I feel like he's going to get more shine where he is currently at with the Nets and stuff, and his career could blossom even more.
And it's a lot of pressure playing
Yeah,
for the
it's like
Lakers
the
on
Lakers.
top
That's
of
a
playing with LeBron. You know, it's a
Yeah,
lot of pressure. The eyes, the lights are on you, man. Like you can't miss a shot type of
but
vibe over there. You
But
know?
even think
it's
about
big things
Kevin
over
Love.
there.
Think about Kevin Love. Well, Kevin Love had to switch his whole entire game when he was
Mm-hmm.
in Cleveland. So like all that down, even Chris Bosh. Chris
Mm-hmm.
Bosh too, bro, had to change his game around. Everything. It's a lot of pressure playing with LeBron and playing with a certain system, and
Mm-hmm.
he requires a lot, but he also done a lot too.
Yeah, he brings a lot. He
Yeah,
does.
come
He
on.
does.
So you
So I
have to
mean,
respect it.
yeah,
I think he requires a lot of LeBron requires a lot of consistency from his players. Like he
Yeah.
needs players hitting shots. Like that's his thing because he brings so much attention to him on offense. He needs players to when he kick it out, like you got to hit the shot. Like you at least got to hit the shot. That's what LeBron wants you to do. Hit the shot, make the right play. He's always played that way. He's always played the right way. So,
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I could say him versus Kobe. Like he's willing to make that extra pass. Kobe, he's shooting that no matter four people on him or whoever, he's shooting that shot. I ain't
yeah,
mad at it, but just know what to expect though. You get what I'm saying? With a
mhm.
certain particular player.
Yeah, Cole was
Yeah,
more of a killer. He didn't necessarily made his teammates better, but he was a killer, and he was somebody you could give the ball to whenever you needed that bucket. And so is LeBron. A lot of people don't give him credit saying he not clutch. He's super clutch,
I'm about
and
to say.
yeah, he is super clutch. People just don't want to give him that credit because it's weird. It's this weird stigma, like they don't want to put him over Kobe or Mike with that clutch thing. But he's come on, LeBron's
Nah,
clutch, man.
I could say this. I could say LeBron could score at any given time he wants, but his first option is to pass. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? He could score anywhere on the floor, bro. He's literally showing you. He's 40 years old, averaging 35, bro. Like that's insane. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Mike wasn't even doing that, bro. So like
Mm-hmm.
the talk about these things, like him at 40 years old, and he got a lot of mileages on his body.
You know what's
Uh, uh,
crazy? You know what's so crazy about that? LeBron's 40. His son is in the NBA, and then his next son just committed to Arizona State.
Yeah,
So Bryce James is going to be a Wildcat. Let's talk about that, man.
yeah.
Do you guys think that LeBron will be in the league to play with both of his sons? Because he did
absolutely.
say I could play another 5 to 7. He did say that.
I'm about to say this. Like, go ahead, Romy. My apologies.
I think no, you good, man. I think absolutely. I mean, because one, I think LeBron now at this point is just all about breaking records. And if I got an opportunity to still play with both my children at the pinnacle of not even at the pinnacle at the end of my career and still can average 30 at 40, so imagine at 42. So
45, LeBron averaging 22 points per game at 45.
That's
Like,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
45
That's
averaging 3 and 3 is still insane, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm
that's
So
happy
yeah,
for his son. It's good to see Bryce James. He's committed. He's going to college to play basketball. I want to see him play with both his sons, just for like black father purposes. I'm so sorry. I just want to see that. I just think LeBron brings so much to the game, and if he was to be able to complete that milestone, that would be insane, bro.
right.
nah for real. I believe he could definitely beat that milestone though, to be honest.
And
Like,
Bryce
though,
is nice.
yeah, and yo, I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
He's bigger, stronger, longer than pause, longer than Bronny James.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and he got a better shot, bro. He
Yeah,
definitely he could. I ain't gonna say he gonna meet up to the height of his father, but he could have more possibilities of getting there. You get what I'm saying?
I think so. I think he'll match the hype because Bryce has the same exact build as his dad. Like Bronny looks like LeBron, but Bryce has the build. Like
Yeah, he has the same
Yeah, he do,
intangibles.
bro.
Yep.
I ain't
he
gonna.
has the build. Like they did a comparison. So Bronny when he got drafted, he's 6'4". Okay, and no, at 15, Bronny was 6'2" at 15.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Bronny is 6'4" now. So at
Listed at 6'4", listed.
so
Yeah,
at
you know how
15,
NBA be doing.
exactly at 15, Bronny was 6'2". Bryce at 15, he was 6'5". LeBron at 15 was 6'5". Bryce grew 3 extra inches. Bryce is the same exact height as his pops.
But
Mm-hmm.
you
So
know what's,
six
but you know
eight
what's,
coming into the
hmm?
league, and Bryce got footwork. I don't know if you ever watched Bryce play, but Bryce got footwork. Bryce plays back to that basket. He's getting a bucket. He has footwork. So I think that's the thing a lot of people don't know about Bryce is how like when I tell you when you watch him in college, watch his footwork. Bryce got some footwork on him. His footwork is way better than his father's and Brownie's. He got footwork on him.
Hmm. Go ahead, Rick.
I gotta agree with that. I feel like I feel like Arizona State is perfect for him though, with
Mm-hmm.
the whole system over there and everything. So like, and he and my one of my favorite dudes went there, man. Trevor Ariza, man. That's
Yes,
like,
sir. Yes, sir. He
think
definitely
about it,
did.
bro. He
Great
still got
player.
ties in there, bro.
Great player. Well, early All Star votes came back. Um, you know, LaMelo Ball was one of the front runners for the guards in the East. Obviously Giannis and Jokic was the front courts. They led Luka Doncic for the West guards. Who do you guys think deserves to be an All Star this year?
Tyler Hero. That's it. Tyler Hero. I think he deserves to be an all-star. Tyler Hero has been putting in pain. And for those who've been playing 2K24, when he said, yo, I'm gonna be an all-star by 2027, he stamped that and is noted. All
Mm,
right. Now, boom. He said he's gonna be on the cover of 2K next year. I see it coming. Because number one, he's 10th in the MVP ladder board too. So that's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I'm always go with homegrown Tyler Hero, man. And I also do think too, and it's kind of like kind of out of the box, but like if I mean think about it, because what he's doing, Cam Thomas himself, I think he should
mm-hmm,
be an all-star too, because he's been putting up numbers. But again, because he's not loud, he's not flashy, he's not this, he's not that. They're not gonna look at him. But then if you just going by stats, then yes, Cam Thomas is an all-star.
mm-hmm,
But look at the way Cam Thomas play. He remind me of Spurs Kawhi Leonard. He has the basic game. He doesn't do nothing flashy or anything. He just trying to get
Nah,
buckets.
I would
You don't
say
think
Cam.
so?
I don't know. I would say Cam Thomas remind me of Kyrie, bro. He getting a
I don't think
bucket,
so.
bro.
I don't think so.
I don't
That's
think
just
we
me
watch the
personally.
same
That's just
Cam Thomas.
my own opinion. But that's
Nah, I feel
just.
you. I feel you.
Uh, but I feel like far as
I
like
think y'all
just
should
having a
dig. I
basic
think y'all
game.
should dig deep into that. Y'all should go into that.
Because Cam.
Kyrie and who you said Kawhi Leonard. That's a really big comparison. I think y'all two should go in on that.
Nah, the reason why I'm saying Kyrie is for the fact that he's going to get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like he's putting he's putting that ball in the basket. He's getting buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like when when Cam Thomas was on the Nets and he had James Harden, Kyrie, and Durant there, he soaked up everything on how to score that ball. Not saying he couldn't score the ball before they got there, but he soaked up whatever knowledge he could get to score that basket. And when I tell you Cam Thomas can put that ball in the basket from anywhere on the court, bro, anywhere in the court. That's why I say Cam Thomas to me, like the way he scores the ball is at a high clip, just like a Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like he can score at will if he want to. He don't need nobody to run an action play for him to get into a rhythm. No, Cam Thomas is gonna put that ball in the rim. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that.
Yeah. I think
But I
I think
feel
yeah, he got kicked out again, maybe.
Oh,
Go ahead, Rick. What you feel like, Rick?
I feel like I still see flashes of Kawhi because Kawhi was a beast though too, bro. He could score at any point in the game, anywhere on the floor, put it on the floor, score if you off the dribble. So I feel like there's a lot of comparisons with that. But I see what Romy's talking about, as far as like the flashes of Kyrie, like yeah, he do got a dribble game. I ain't gonna lie. What's the name? Don't really have uh a full on dribble. I can do these moves to get by you and stuff like that. He's just gonna do something basic and get and score the ball. That's it.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm, that's what I'm saying because Kawhi, he's strong. That's why. So I can see what you're saying about personality wise, like Kawhi, because he just quiet and just like he ain't saying much. But see, like when Kawhi did the laugh, it made him funny. So now everybody think he's mad hilarious. And then real time, he really is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? That's what other NBA players say. But what Cam Thomas, his thing is this: like he scores and his face is just like, and he just be
So
so dead ass. Like everything he do is dead ass, and that's just the thing. Like he, for him to be in the market that he's in Brooklyn, you would think like he should have like a robust attitude about like you on some like we're Brooklyn that type shit. But he not that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like imagine his attitude was that with the way he scored, he'd be crazy right now.
I ain't gonna
Well,
front.
shout out to Cam Thomas, shout out to the
Yeah,
Brooklyn
shout out
Nets,
to
and
my boy.
shout out to the early All Star voters. But we're gonna do a new segment on the show. It's called Who. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna let Rome take this new segment. It's called Who. So you get to it, man.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? So today on the segment of who, just like who's that Pokemon, but then instead we're going to do it with an NBA player. So in this one, he was drafted in 2001, actually undrafted, 6'8" from Argentina. And this basketball player name is Andreas Nocioni. Now, Andreas Nocioni had some of his best seasons playing for the Chicago Bulls, the Sacramento Kings, and the Philadelphia 76ers. But no, let alone just to market some of his best seasons was for the Chicago Bulls from the 2004 to 2009. Now, against actually in the playoffs, he averaged no, I'm sorry, in regular season from 2006 to 2007, which was the year that Miami Heat did win the championship. He averaged 14.1 points per game. Now, if you don't know, Andreas Nocioni did have a game, and I'm talking about he had a game that wasn't like a YWCA game. He had a game like a brother. Okay, yes, Argentina could hoop. Now, Andreas Nocioni also in 2006 playing against the Miami Heat also averaged 22.5 points for the season in the playoffs. So for me, I think that is a plus for a 6'8" Argentinian beast and Andre Nocioni.
Yeah, he was definitely a bucket for sure. He definitely flew under the radar as far as like all star and all that stuff like that. He was definitely a great asset to a team, and he had a great career in the NBA too. Like it's not like he was he was here and he was gone. He played for a little while too.
Played for a while. He played up until 2012 in the NBA, and then after that went overseas and won with Real Madrid a few times. FIBA Intercontinental. I couldn't even say that. Intercontinental Cup
It's all
champion.
good. Hmm.
The EuroLeague champion. So I mean, he is suited and booted. You know what I'm saying? His number 13 is retired in Argentina Basketball Confederation. So yeah, he won in the Spanish league too. So definitely Andres Nocioni is one of those players that did fly under the radar and made noise without really making a bunch of noise. So yeah, definitely for sure, especially in that era, 2006, you had prime Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade, Lonzo Mourning, Shaq. So I know going up against a team like that, averaging 22, yeah, yeah, use a problem. Use a
Well,
problem.
shout out to Nocioni and thank you guys for playing Who. All right, fellas. So we have reached the end of today's episode, man. And again, thank you guys for being part of this podcast. I can't believe we are in season 2. If you guys love this content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. We are trying to get this podcast up. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers for the podcast so we can get more viewership and we can get some sponsors up in here, man. Trying to change our lives, man.
Word.
Word. So
Alright.
we'll catch y'all in the next one. Slick Rick, Rome. Let's get it.